Obama's successor, the 45th President of the United States, not only did not disavow white supremacists, his failure to do so did not threaten his candidacy. He fully embraced them once in office, including welcoming them into his administration and espousing white supremacist rhetoric himself. In Obama's case, the disavowal wasn't simply of an incendiary and polarizing figure. Wright had brought Obama to Christ, served as a spiritual mentor, officiated at his wedding, and baptized his daughters. Furthermore, he inspired the young leader and through his sermons offered him the seeds that he would develop into his own oratorical masterpieces. The phrase audacity of hope comes from a Jeremiah Wright sermon. The disavowal marked a breach. As Douglas broke with Garrison and articulated the ideological dimensions of that break through what to the slave is the 4th of July, and Malcolm broke from Elijah Muhammad and articulated the ideological dimensions of that break through the ballad or the bullet, so too did Obama break with Wright, articulating the ideological dimensions of that break through the More Perfect Union speech delivered on March 18th, 2008 in Philadelphia. At the time of the controversy, Jeremiah Wright was a widely respected and admired African-American pastor, an electrifying preacher, a man of ideas and action who built one of the nation's most admired churches. He sat firmly in the Black prophetic tradition, delivering Black Jeremiads in the style of David Walker and Frederick Douglass, speaking truth to American power and offering a way forward toward not just a more perfect union, but a more just world. His theology was shaped by Black liberation theology, described by its founder, James Cone, as a theology that sees God as concerned with the poor and the weak. At its core, Black liberation theology seeks to make the gospel story relevant to the struggles of Black people and to encourage a sense of self-affirmation in the Black followers of Christ. During the campaign, I had the honor of meeting and corresponding with Reverend Wright. Obama's description of Wright in the More Perfect Union speech matches the Reverend Wright I met and came to admire. The man I met more than 20 years ago is a man who spoke to me about our obligations to love one another, to care for the sick and uplift the poor. He is a man who served his country as a U.S. Marine, who has studied and lectured at some of the finest universities and seminaries in the country, and who for over 30 years led a church that serves the community by doing God's work here on earth, by housing the homeless, ministering to the needy,